Alrighty, the Rick Jensen Show continues. Producer Randy filling in for Rick today. Hey, follow me on Twitter at Randy Dascher, Dascher. Very German spelling.
You'll be glad you did.
Yes. I post such witty stuff. Ugh.
It surprised me. I mean, it took me by surprise that, first of all, nobody's ever gotten in touch with me through Twitter before.
Oh, really? Am I that out of it?
And it's like, I have a note from somebody?
Message?
Yeah, it's like, what is that? I've never experienced that before, so it's like I'm 100 years old, just discovering the wheel.
I got on Twitter in November 2019, and it was only to get a coupon. Because I was interested in buying an electric bicycle. And this company said, well, if you follow us on Twitter, we'll send you a coupon. So I followed them. And I only created the account to do that. And then I became Rick's producer. And then I was like, oh, my God, this is a whole world of material out here. All the coolest excerpts from the shows are on this thing. And if you start realizing if you follow cool people, they start posting cool stuff. It's pretty cool. I like it because it's like on-demand material.
Yes.
If you follow certain people, you start realizing, well, that guy posts a lot of neat stuff. So it's
a lot less dense to go through than like Facebook or something, which is honestly, it's for us. It's for old people now, Facebook. Whereas Twitter, it's sort of like it's quicker and it's easier access, and as you say, there's material there and you can just grab it easy. It's just that it was hilarious. I literally felt like I was 100 years old going, there's a message for me.
How do you find that?
How do I get to it?
How do I open it?
There's like a letter thing here, and it says,
I am still learning on Twitter. I do the stupidest stuff. My favorite congressman is Congressman Thomas Massey. So Kinzinger, I can't stand Kinzinger, and those two hate each other, Massey and Kinzinger. So Kinzinger posted something where he took Massey's tweet and then he did a quote tweet and he wrote his own crap on top of it. So I hit like, thinking I'm liking Massey. I realized I just liked Kinzinger's thing. So I'm like, oh my, can I unlike it? Because Massey follows me. You know who Congressman Thomas Massey is?
Yeah.
He's like the new Ron Paul. I mean, he's as libertarian as it gets. And the day he followed me back, I mean, he has 100,000 followers and follows like 6,000 people.
Right.
And the idea that he followed me, and I only have, at that time, I only know that I had 250 followers.
Okay, let's compare a couple of followers.
Show off a little bit.
No, I don't want to show off.
Please
I was stunned when this happened. I was new to Twitter. I was sharing stuff about just like the show that I do, my little dopey show. And all of a sudden, I doubt it was her exactly. It was probably somebody in the office who liked what I did, but Mindy Kaling, the comedian Mindy Kaling, she was on The Office.
Indian
girl
from India,
and it's like, and she followed me, and I wasn't following her, and it was like,
wow!
All of a sudden, it was like, wow,
God,
cool.
That's huge.
So I thought, wow, man, this really is something. You really can make contact, and I know Judy used to have like a bunch of rock stars that followed her back. I mean, you can always follow bands and music people, but it's rare that they follow you back.
It really is.
So now, I've been like angling towards getting musicians and bands to follow me back. It's like, why are they following you? You don't do anything. They should be following me.
I gotta hit the break at exactly 59, but let's get into Twitter and followers and stuff, and then so much more. Oh, the text messages. We're going to read the text messages. There's a million of them. Thank you guys. It's the Rick Jensen show. Producer Randy stumbling over his tongue. More of it right after these words. Alrighty, the Rick Jensen show continues. Producer Randy filling in today. Joined in studio by Charlie Silvestri and Dave the electrician. Hello. We will take your calls. Yeah, you would think I would take a breath and let you guys say hello.
No, I've been talking.
I just trip right over you.
I talked over you all day so far. In fact, it's Eric Nordovich's day, so why shouldn't I talk over you?
Let's let him talk.
Yes, Eric, what do you think about the subject?
You guys know who this is?
It's Margera.
No, it's not.
No? Oh.
I do play some of Jess's new band's called.
No,
this
I don't
is
know
not
who
it,
this is.
but his new band's called Sovereign Eagle. This is Jack White.
Oh, is it Jack White?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The video's amazing. It's him on every instrument.
Oh, he's so great.
Yeah.
He's just
He's
really...
playing keyboards, drums. He plays drums in a band called the Dead Weather.
Oh, yeah.
That's him on drums, right? And doesn't he play in the Raccoon Tours?
Yeah, the Rocket. I was one of my favorite, in quote, super groups.
Yeah.
Love that band.
What's he playing that? Is it drums or guitar?
Guitar.
Okay.
Guitar.
I had no idea he was a drummer. I think originally he was a drummer.
I have no idea that some of these guys, all the stuff they do play, like Dave Grohl, is a great drummer, but he becomes a front man with a guitar and everything. It's incredible.
Hard to believe. Yeah.
That's wild stuff. Yes, clearly an inspiration. It got me to start buying guitars. Now playing them's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
All right, you said Mayor Gordy Wilson.
Is that right? That was wrong.
Maybe it's Gordon Wood. You got your Gordon Wood. You don't know the Gordon Wood?
Well, unless it was Wilson. So I think Wilson is in. Well, I got to look it up.
All right,
Wilson!
That's a volleyball.
Yes.
I'm going to be E-Rock right now.
Gordon Wood is from another fantastic movie that I know you love, Dave.
What's that?
Good Will Hunting.
Oh yeah.
When they're in the bar, and the guy is he's like, yeah, I took a course. It's a good course. Yeah, pretty good course. Oh, I remember that. That was right between lunch and recess. So then, the tougher dude, the main character, Matt Damon comes up and goes, oh, yeah. Oh really? You're going to start quoting Gordon Wood? You're going to plagiarize everything? You're going to tell us about how the Southern economy did better with the slave trade and blah, blah.
Yeah.
You could have learned all that from $10 worth of late fees at your local library.
And Robin Williams was really good in that.
He was.
I couldn't agree more with Howard Stern saying, I think it was Howard Stern that said it, like his humor was just all over the place, and it wasn't funny. I didn't find it funny.
Oh, Robin Williams' own humor.
Yeah,
I liked his
go
acting.
off on all his goofy things and all.
Yeah, I think his acting is way better than his stand-up.
Totally agree.
I agreed. And we are the three people who should judge others.
Yes, exactly. Who else should we judge? How about some of the notes on the text feed?
All right, let's do that. All right. Like we've done here. So the show ended yesterday at 1:56. So let's see what happened. Thank you. Yes, you're right. Not sure what that was. Oh, okay. No, I read that one. Okay. It was Garrison Keihor. Keihor. I don't know what we
Garrison
were talking.
Keillor. He was the
Keillor. Oh, that's an L? Oh, Keillor. Okay.
Yeah, he's the host of that show on a lot of the PBS stations. I can't remember.
Oh, we must have been talking about something like that, and I don't remember it now. Can you review the parking options for the BMW golf tournament? Yeah, it's on the left. No, I don't know.
It's on the left.
So then 227, someone wrote contest. 238, they wrote contest. 327, Weaselberg admitting quilt means WDEL owes New York Attorney General and your listeners an apology. I don't understand. Oh, Jeff in Wilmington writes, it was saying it was a Trump derangement syndrome witch hunt. Propaganda does not help our USA. Okay, that came at 327 yesterday. I'm not sure why. Now we're in today. Welcome to the world. Okay, 1010, WTF, why the face? That's what that stands for.
Yeah,
I'm stealing jokes for Modern Family. All right. Dave the Electrician, 2 days in a row, and I only get 2 minutes on the air. We don't have a band, Randy. Okay, that's from Jimmy. Jimmy Fingers. I used to love you. All right. Okay, this is
jealousy. Come on.
This is okay. Now the next ones I don't know personally because they're all 302 numbers. I don't really know anyone with a 302 number. Ricky must be from the Midwest, Michigan, or Wisconsin, I'm guessing. All right, that's Ricky who called in earlier. He usually talks about He loves the show. He's from Jersey, and he talks about the ventures.
All right, real quick. It's Goldie Wilson.
Goldie
Wilson.
Not Gordon Wood.
Not Gordon Wood.
Did you ever see when It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia imitated? They did a parody of, in essence, in their own weird way, of Good Will Hunting. It's Charlie Day. You know? What's your major, dude?
Man,
you got your Gordon Wood?
Charlie Day really made it, didn't he?
He's a genius. He's a comedic
really
genius. All right. Monkeypox is cover for the Pfizer clot shot bioweapon. There are 5 viruses in the mRNA shot, which is why there is now an explosion of autoimmune disorders. That comes from Vincent in Maryland. Thank you, Vincent in Maryland. All right.
We appreciate crackpots of any stripe.
He might be right.
Thank you, Jesse Ventura.
I can always crush anyone who questions government conspiracies anytime I need to. And there's Ricky right now. Ricky wants a chance to respond. Hey, Ricky, you're live on WDEL. What's up, man?
Hey, it's the Ricky. Thank you, Vincent. Tell him to get it right. I'm from the suburbs outside of Chicago.
Okay, cool.
I wouldn't be caught dead in Wisconsin.
Thank you, Ricky.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
I'm only cutting him short because the radio was on. That's not his fault that the radio is on, because typically, a call screener would answer, but we don't have one today. But and then you'd be on hold and you would hear the show on hold. All right, and then you could turn your radio down. So, thank you, Ricky. Where did he declare? He's from Chicago. That's where he said. All right.
I think he's a cheesehead in disguise.
I think. I think he. What was that one bit they would do with the super fans of the football team on SNL?
Yeah.
It was even like George Wendt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another heart attack. All right. Monkeypox can be spread through skin contact. Also, that comes from Steve. Yeah, I was reading that, and then I was reading not that. Who knows? I'm no doctor. All right, Goldie. Okay, Goldie was the mayor's name. Goldie Wilson.
What were you saying? Yeah. What?
I guess I said Gordy.
No, didn't you say Goldie at one point? I thought you did.
Who knows?
I think I came up with Wilson, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Wilson.
TDM here, Randy. You're loyal, and he puts quotes. And truck driver Michael has said he is a black gentleman many times.
Oh, he's the man.
Yeah, so he is. He is the man. He says you're loyal. He puts quotes around colored listener. And let me explain one more time why I said colored. I was quoting.
I like that he picked up on that, though.
In case
Good for him.
Management didn't hear why I said that word. No, I said it because I was quoting a line from Back to the Future. They go into the past. Black guy sweeping up the floor in the little diner, where you sit there and you get the chocolate malted. Those scenes where they slide. He's like, milkshake, chocolate, and slides it down the counter. I love that stuff. What a brilliant film. The first one was brilliant. The second one's pretty good. The third one sucked.
Oh, that was it, the Western one?
Ugh.
They really went off the rails. You can see the jump the shark thing. It's such a...
Yeah, they should have stopped at one.
Yeah.
Well, they should have stopped at Back to the Future without the one.
It's so great that came from Happy Days. And it was it was Fonzie jumping,
jump the shark.
Yeah, jump the shark.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And the one guy didn't do it. Crispin Glover, who played the main character, the dad.
Right.
What was his name?
The
Alzheimer's kicking in on me.
Yeah, he was so good.
Anyway,
McFly.
George McFly. Yeah, he played George McFly.
George.
George. You are my destiny.
You are my
density. Charlie's doing a good McFly. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I just love when he came back and he was like the man. Then he had like the fancy car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
It was so cool.
You know what's odd about that? And I'm sure I've pointed it out 100 times, and the audience is like, oh, God, he's going to tell the same stupid story again. Yeah. But what's odd about Back to the Future is, okay, so Biff is essentially sexually assaulting the girl in the car.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, he punches Biff in the face, and then he has success.
Right.
Meaning every time you punch somebody in the face, your life turns around and it's wonderful. they don't take into account that you knock teeth out and you have to pay dental bills.
Yeah, but he deserved
he stood up for himself.
Yes, he did. That's the whole.
So that's every movie.
That's the whole Aesop's tale right there. Yeah.
So then, what do they do to reward Biff for sexually assaulting who is now George McFly's wife? They let him detail their cars in the driveway in his little Chevy Love pickup truck.
Yeah, I think he made out all right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, after that,
he would have been locked up.
He seemed to be happy with being. I shouldn't say this. Okay, never mind.
All right, very good.
Stephen Patrick.
If you say you shouldn't say it and then you say it,
I didn't say that.
Does it mean you said it?
Yeah,
All right. So truck driver Michael here, you're a listener. LOL. I too would love for you to have your own show. Even though we differ on most things, you always have been respectful of my opinions, Rick, as well. This monkeypox began the same as AIDS, affecting the gay community, then spreading it to the general population. But the media isn't coming out right now and saying it for the fear of the backlash from those people, which aren't, in a sense, a disservice to them, which aren't, I think he meant in a sense, is a disservice to them and all of us. Anyway, keep up the good work, dude. All right, well, thank you so much. Fantastic. Oh, okay. Someone just held up a tomato outside. Thank you, mister.
Oh, he's got those tomatoes?
Yeah, while he drops off tomatoes. Thank you. All right, good. Yeah. While he drops off tomatoes, and while he's a good guy. These tomatoes are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
He grows them in his own garden. And he drops them off the other day. And my wife and I are vegetarians, which pretty much makes me a vegetarian. That is a tasty burger. Oh, Hawaiian burger. No, yeah, we ate them. So we even have a few. They're just starting to grow in our little garden. So we ended up having a bunch of Wally tomatoes and then one or two of our own. And I'm like, oh, my God, we have to finish all these before they go bad. And lo and behold, we did. We raced through like literally 15 tomatoes in 2 or 3 days. So, all right, tell your friend / guest, Charlie, based on his needle giveaway and mutant virus cure, we need to have suicide pills for the confused kids. All right.
Okay, thanks.
I told you.
Sure.
H-A-S. Oh, Haish. Okay, that's what they're writing. All right, it's C-H-E, but I spelled it wrong too as well. Haish said she was not burnt on back. She's wearing a nude tank top shirt. Look at the pic by TMZ before the accident in the car. Really? She's wearing a nude shirt? But wouldn't the nude shirt even be burnt? All right, I don't know.
No, it was made of asbestos.
So she was going to get mesothelioma anyway.
Yeah. That was quick, Dave. No, it's made of asbestos. It's good. All right, I'll bet $1. Everyone's had at least one. Use this as a naughty word. All right. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Thank you for your kind thoughts there. Remember the video played that said the one word I was questioning whether to keep playing? That's why I stopped it midway through. Everyone's had at least one of them. Hi.
How about the guy that had 5? His pants fit like a glove.
What are you, Rodney? I'll tell you, my wife and I were happy for 20 years, and then we met. My father, he's no genius. He worked at the bank for 30 years. They fired him for stealing pens. Hi, Randy. Ray from Townsend. The only woman that I know that had a thingy was Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah. Ray will be at Slappy's Comedy Con next week.
All right. Someone sends a link. This is probably the link that Ricky was talking about. Or
yes.
Someone else was talking about Jensen Sales. Jensen-sales.com. Okay, yes. A caller did call me during the commercials and said that there's a lot of cars and would like to, he said that he would like to know if any of us have had interesting cars. I think he's probably heard me describe some of the interesting cars I've had. Any interesting old classic style cars between the two of you?
One of my best cars was 67 Volkswagen.
Okay, like great. The Beetle?
The Beetle.
Okay.
And then I had a 67 Firebird convertible 400, white interior.
Nice.
And it was like a seafoam or something like that color.
Like a bluish
green. It
green.
had the red 400 on the scoop hood. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that does sound good. I think that's what this gentleman wanted to hear. So there you go. He doesn't care about your Beetle, but the Firebird is a bad.
And then I think my brother bought it from the guy who was losing it because of his drugs.
Oh, okay.
And then I bought it off my brother because he was losing it because of his drugs. And I didn't do any drugs, and I sold it stupidly.
So what you're saying is, thank God for drugs.
If there's anything out of that,
if there is, there could be benefits.
What about the good things that crack does? You can get a VCR.
I made out. That's all that counts.
Chris Rogge said, you can get a VCR for $5. What the good things crack does.
I see the guys carrying sofas down the street.
Yep. You're up the right time of night. You can get VCR. All right. Okay. All right. So tell DTE I need one of those Les Pauls. Who's DTE? I don't know. All right. Fantastic. This war is brought to you by the lobbyists for the military
Detroit
industrial
Transmission.
I don't know.
We have DTE out there.
Yeah.
That's the P of.
Oh, really? Like Pico?
Yeah. That's the Pico of Detroit.
Oh, okay.
DTE.
Gotcha. Dave's from Detroit. Or
well, I'm not.
Michigan. He's from Westchester. He lives
all you have to hear me is say water.
Yeah, water.
Water.
All right, the war is brought to you by the lobbyists for the military-industrial complex. What we're doing is reading I'm reading the text at the moment. In case anybody's tuning in and thinking, why is that one guy just start babbling nonsense? It's the reading of the texts. Randy, Dave Ramsey quotes the Bible. You have to admit, even if you don't believe that the Bible was written by God, but you... Okay, so let me start again. You have to admit, even if you don't believe that the Bible was written by God, but was written by men, the book of Proverbs is a wise blueprint for sound living. Chris in Newark. He wrote it, so I'll pronounce it right. All right, Chris. Very good. Fantastic. Hey, a lot of stuff is just good things to live by.
Yeah, I mean, Aesop's fables were very good.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, don't worship them.
Right.
Like in Westchester, one of the big things would always be, and it's probably still going on to this day, unless they took it down. There was the 10 Commandments on the courthouse.
Yes,
and people would want it taken down because they're atheists or just not into Christianity because there are hundreds of religions
for separation of church and state.
Yeah, okay.
They covered it up for the longest time.
They did, yeah. So my one friend said that. Well, they're actually, if you put that aside, whether say you're not religious or you're a different religion, you're Buddhist or whatever you are, they actually are like good things to live by. Like don't steal, don't bang your neighbor's wife. No. That's the way they wrote it on it.
That was the original text before it hit the editing stage.
Yeah, how about that? So never knew that.
Yep. All right, cool. Dave corrected you. Dave, correct. You worked hard for it and deserve it. But unfortunately, because of these political gangsters, they are robbing us blind from hyperinflation. You're correct. Hyperinflation is a tax, and I never understood it until Ron Paul acted it out with sock puppets. It is a tax. Not all 401ks are safe, especially from this current administration. Remember, Joe Biden was our VP during the 2008-2009 recession. They are building back broke, not better. Great job, guys. Enjoy the laughter. Rich from Jersey. Thank you, Rich. Well, if he's rich, he's not worried about it. All right. Meaning wealthy. Get it? Boo. Be more funny. All right. Please share, and sends a link that says salon. When it's all one word, I never know. Links are always all one word. I'll move on. TDM again. Oil Man is spot on about taxes. I'm obsessed with saving receipts for write-offs, which reminds me of a few restaurants up here in Newcastle County that I'll never go to again for the simple reason that they always have problems with their register where they can't give me receipts. I'm still ticked off about that $85 I'm going to have to pay taxes on. Angry face. All right, thank you. Little angry emoji face. People send those. Oh, look at the time.
Yes,
right.
I was just.
Well, thank you, Dave.
I used to have to do that. I used to have to save every receipt. I'm so glad I don't do that anymore.
You have just a regular. You don't have to say where you work, but you just have a regular.
I just have a regular job
where
now.
it's taken out automatically.
Yeah, just like they tell me what to do and I do it. I like that rather than having to worry about everything.
It is ambition remover, and I really wish they would think twice about it. And they might want to look at the good side of someone paying something versus paying nothing. But we still, it seems like some people are delusional and they're holding the people that never pay anything in a higher regard than the people that are paying something. If they cheat and keep an extra $100 for themselves, they're worse than Hitler. But we got your 20 grand every year. Meanwhile, other people are costing money.
Well, what do you think? Flat tax?
Yes.
Me too.
The flat tax, like Ron Paul said, I'm for a flat tax.
Yes.
I mean real flat.
Yeah.
Like zero.
Well,
That's what he said.
Yeah, but
hey.
I mean,
there was no income tax till 1913.
Yeah,
the country
I
survived for a
understand
couple
that,
hundred
but
years.
how do
I have
you-
to do a break.
Okay.
I have to interrupt you.